Dowing. The way you can go isn't the real way. The name you can say isn't the real name. Heaven and earth begin in the unnamed. Name's the mother of 10,000 things. So the unwanting soul sees what's hidden, and the ever-wanting soul sees only what it wants. Two things, one origin but different in name, whose identity is a mystery. Mystery of all mysteries, the door to the hidden.
Soul food. Everybody on earth knowing that beauty is beautiful makes ugliness. Everybody knowing that goodness is good makes wickedness. For being and non-being arise together. Hard and easy complete each other. Long and short shape each other. High and low depend on each other. Note and voice make the music together. Before and after follow each other. That's why the wise soul does without doing, teaches without talking. The things of this world exist, they are. You can't refuse them. To bear and not to own, to act and not to claim, to do the work and let it go. For just letting it go is what makes it stay.
Hushing, not praising the praiseworthy, keeps people uncomfortable. Not prizing rare treasures keeps people from stealing. Not looking at the desirable keeps the mind quiet. So the wise soul, governing people, would empty their minds, fill their bellies, weaken their wishes, strengthen their goals. Keep people unknowing, unwanting. Keep the ones who do know from doing anything. When you do not doing, nothing's out of order.
Sourceless. The way is empty, used, but not used up. Deep, yes, ancestral to the 10,000 things. Blunting edge, losing bond, dimming light. The way is the dust of the way. Quiet, yes, and likely to endure, whose child is born before the gods.
Useful of emptiness. Heaven and earth aren't humane. To them the 10,000 things are straw dogs. Wise souls aren't humane. To them the 100 families are straw dogs. Heaven and earth act as a bellows. Empty yet set structured, it moves, inexhaustibly giving.
What is complete? The valley spirit never dies. Call it the mystery, the woman. The mystery, the door of the woman, is the root of earth and heaven. Forever this endures, forever, and all its uses are easy.
Its brightness. Heaven will last, earth will endure. How can they last so long? They don't exist for themselves, and so can go on and on. So wise souls, leaving self behind, moving forward, and setting self aside, stay centered. Why let self go? To keep what the soul needs.
Easy by nature. True goodness is like water. Water's good for everything. It doesn't compete. It goes right to the low, loathsome places, and so finds the way. For a house, the good thing is level ground. In thinking, depth is good. The good of giving is magnanimity. Of speaking, honesty. Of government, order. The good of work is skill. And of action, timing. No competition, so no blame.
Being quiet. Bring fill the bowl, it'll spill over. Keep sharpening the blade, you'll soon blunt it. Nobody can protect a house full of gold and jade. Wealth, status, pride are their own room. To do good, work well, and lie low is the way of the blessed.
Techniques. Can you keep your soul in its body? Hold fast to the one, and so learn to be whole. Can you center your energy? Be soft, tender, and so learn to be a baby. Can you keep the deep water still and clear, so it reflects without blurring? Can you love people and run things, and do so by not doing? Opening, closing the gate of heaven, can you be like a bird within her nestlings? Piercing bright through the cosmos, can you know by not knowing? To give birth, to nourish, to bear and not to own, to act and not lay claim, to lead and not to rule. This is mysterious power.
The uses of not. 30 spokes meet in the hub. Where the wheel isn't is where it's useful. Hollowed out, clay makes a pot. Where the pot's not is where it's useful. Cut doors and windows to make a room. Where the room isn't, there's room for you. So the profit in what is in the use of what isn't.
Not wanting. The 5 colors blind our eyes. The 5 notes deafen our ears. The 5 flavors dull our taste. Racing, chasing, hunting drives people crazy. Trying to get rich ties people in knots. So the wise soul watches with the inner, not the outward eye, letting that go, keeping this.
Shameless. To be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. To take the body seriously is to admit one can suffer. What does that mean? To be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. Favor debases. We fear to lose it, fear to win it. So to be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. What does that mean? To take the body seriously is to admit one can suffer. I suffer because I'm a body. If I weren't a body, how could I suffer? So people who set their bodily good before the public good could be entrusted with the commonwealth, and people who treated the body politic as gently as their own body would be worthy to govern the commonwealth.
Celebrating mystery. Look at it, nothing to see, call it colorless. Listen to it, nothing to hear, call it soundless. Reach for it, nothing to behold, call it intangible. Triply undifferentiated, it merges into oneness. Not bright above, not dark below. Never, oh never, can it be named. It reverts, it returns to unbeing. Call the form of the unformed, the image of no image. Call it unthinkable thought. Face it, no face. Follow it, no end. Holding fast the old way, we can live in the present. Mindful of the ancient beginnings, we hold the thread of the Tao.
People of power. Once upon a time, people who knew the way were subtle, spiritual, mysterious, penetrating, unfathomable. Since they're inexplicable, I can only say what they seem like. Cautious, oh yes, as if wading through a wind-turgid river. Alert, as if afraid of the neighbors. Polite and quiet, like house guests. Elusive, like mountain ice. Blank, like uncut wood. Empty, like valleys. Mysterious, oh yes, they were like troubled water. Who can, by stillness, little by little, make what is troubled grow clear? Who can, by movement, little by little, make what is still grow quick? To follow the way is not to need fulfillment. Unfulfilled, one may live on not needing no renewal.
Returning to the root, be completely empty, be perfectly serene. 10,000 things arise together. In their arising is their return. Now they flower, and flowering sink homeward, returning to the root. The return to the root is peace. Peace to accept what must be, to know what endures. In that knowledge is wisdom. Without it, ruin, disorder. To know what endures is to be open-hearted, magnanimous, regal, blessed, following the Tao, the way that endures forever. The body comes to its ending, but there is nothing to fear.
Acting simply. True leaders are hardly known to their followers. Next after them are the leaders, the people know and admire. After them, those they fear. After them, those they despise. To give no trust is to get no trust. When the work's done right, with no fuss or boasting, ordinary people say, oh, we did it.
Second bests. In the degradation of the great way come benevolence and righteousness. With the exaltation of learning and prudence comes immense hypocrisy. The disordered family is full of dutiful children and parents. The disordered society is full of loyal patriots.
Raw silk and uncut wood. Stop being holy, forget being prudent. It'll be 100 times better for everyone. Stop being illustrious, forget being righteous. People will remember what family feels. silk, hold the uncut wood. Need little, want less, forget the rules, begin trouble.